Students, we are discussing acid base and salts activity 12. Under the activity 12, so we are discussing the importance of pH in our day-to-day life. In third one, two I explained you before. Third one, pH in our digestive system. So in our stomach, HCl is released, hydrochloric acid is released to digest the food materials. We know that, and so it is without harming us, it will digest the food materials, right? How it is not, it doesn't harm our stomach. So there is a mucilage layer inside around the stomach, and it will protect from the acid. So whenever you are not taking the food in time, then acids will release and directly affect on the mucilage layer and damage it. When it is damaged, then mucilage layer will remove from the stomach and causes acidity. When you eat anything, acid is released, then we can feel pain, stomach pain. That is called acidity. That's why we're gonna eat food in time. Every day particular time you're gonna maintain, and you're gonna eat. Otherwise you will get acidity, gastric trouble. If you get, once you get, you didn't entire your life you should suffer, and you should take the antacid tablets, or which is present in the market. Now see, it is a very important 2 marks question. So important 2 marks question. What is the important 2 marks question? So what is meant by antacid and what it contains? That is the 2 marks question. I explained it before, I think. Again I will explain you this one. And see, what I explained you now, we will write in notes now. So our stomach produces what? HCl. So acid. So what is the use of this one? Which helps in the digestion of food, right? So digestion of food. This is the use of HCl. So what will happen? So how it is prevent our stomach, how is prevented by the acid? There is a mucilage layer inside around the stomach, okay, which prevent from the acid. So mucilage layer, which is prevents from the released acid in our stomach. So when it is damaged, if you are not taking food in time, so what will happen? It will directly react on mucilage. HCl damage. HCl is releases and damage this layer. What is that layer? Mucilage layer. So because of that, we can get pain. So whenever the acid release, so we can get pain. So because of that, we can get pain when acid release, when acid is released in our stomach, called acidity. This is the acidity. And what is the remedy for this? So what is the remedy? You're going to take antacid. So the remedy for this, the best remedy, the remedy. So I explained you before, once you get gastric trouble, so entire life you're gonna suffer from gastric trouble. You're gonna take every day antacid tablets. So that's why you're gonna care by taking the food in time. So it may be around half an hour gap. You're gonna take the food. It should not exceed beyond 1.5 hour, 2 hours. Delay should not maintain. So remedy for this is to take antacid tablets, nothing but Eno, so which is so frequently used by the customers or patients. So important question I want to ask you here. Important question I explained you before, I think 2 marks. Important question, that is, what is meant by antacid? What is meant by an antacid? What it contains? What it contains? What is the answer for this? So we know that antacid remedy for, so antacid is a remedy for acidity. Simple answer. And antacid is remedy for acidity. So it contains aluminum hydroxide, ALOH thrice, and magnesium hydroxide. And remember, these are the bases which neutralize acids. So what is the equation for this? So the equation is, we can write like this: HCl. So whenever reacts with antacid, so antacid magnesium hydroxide I am writing, magnesium hydroxide gives what? Neutral MgCl2 plus, you can keep 2 here, H2O water. So this is called neutralization reaction, thus cools. So that is the important question. Now we'll do the activity. So I will explain the activity 12 now. So what you're gonna take? You're gonna take the antacid powder and you're gonna add it to the HCl. That you're gonna take. So actually activity 12 starts here. So what you're gonna take? Take antacid tablet powder. We'll see starting. We'll see first the experiment, then we'll write the procedure. You can understand clearly then. So once you see. So once you see this, Okay, I think you understood the experiment. So HCl we took and we poured antacid tablet or ino powder. Then neutralization takes place. So the lot of bubbles and foam came. That is nothing but neutralization reaction, neutralizing the acid. So now procedure you're gonna take. You're gonna write. So procedure you will write now. So what you gonna do? Take dilute HCl in the beaker and add 2 drops of methyl orange. In the experiment we didn't add methyl orange, right? Even though we took their concentrated HCl, but in laboratory we're gonna do with dilute HCl. So less effect we'll see to avoid the any what you can say accidents of chemicals. That's why. So methyl orange you're gonna take 2 drops of methyl orange and you're gonna add methyl orange. Okay. So then what we can see, it turns into red color. So now add antacid tablets powder or eno powder. Now add antacid powder into it. Record your observation. So what observation we can see? Record your observation. So the total solution is colorless and we can get foam. So this is the observation. Naturally, if you do the same experiment in laboratory, the red color solution become colorless. So the solution become colorless and foam is produced or bubbles you can write. So foam is produced so then what we can write the result. So result is, so there is a acid and we added base, there is a neutralization takes place. So neutralization takes place. Neutralization is happened. So that is why it cools the stomach. So this is the experiment.